I have. It's been a while. Some ATL on Fire trivia.
Okay.
That's I've yet again.
Here we go,
I've
people.
gone to the depths of the internet to find 5 questions.
What is the overall topic of the trivia, or is there not a topic?
Oh, it's a little bit about some statistics in the history of MLS around cards.
Okay.
And a little bit of where Atlanta United might be standing out with stats this season.
And is it me or is it me and Simon?
He's your lifeline.
Okay.
He's your lifeline.
All right.
All right. So
got it.
First question, more in the stats category. Does Atlanta United have any players leading the league in goals, assists, key passes, clean sheets, tackles won, or interceptions? That's a yes or no question. You got a 50-50 chance.
You got to figure it's yes, but it's going to be something weird, right? So, I mean, if you just go through it. So Giacomakis, this is as of today.
I think so. Yeah, I went on to the MLS stats website today. Don't go to it because you're gonna give away the answers. If you do that.
So I think Giacomakis. Thank you, Simon, for trying to cheat. I appreciate that. I didn't see it, but it was very, very good. Pulling up the MLS stats page. Carmen, you got your work cut out getting your producer job back. He's on it.
I know.
Anyway, yeah. So Giacomakis has 5, but I don't think that's the lead league. I think that there's 1 or 2 players who have 6 or 7, not a lot more. He's up there, but I don't think he's.
So your answer is no. Is your
no for goals? I'm going through the different stats.
Gotcha.
Mikey
You're right.
Dobbs.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So, you had a lot of stats in there.
Now assists. Yeah.
So Lennon is doing well in assists, but I don't know if he's up there. He's not the leader. God help us if he's the leader in assists.
Come on, you know who the leader is in assists on our team.
Almada.
Yeah, I know, but you meant the league though. This is for the league.
This is for the league.
Yeah. So none of our players are. I don't think Almada's leading the league in assists either. I gotta say that it's got to be something weird like Ibarra, who's leading our team, I know, in recoveries, and he's going to be like the lead leaguing.
Tackles won, interceptions, clean sheets, key passes.
I think the answer, Almada's been so good. He has to have been leading in key passes or assists or something. Although he was missed 1 game, but I'm going to go with yes.
You're gonna back his yes, Simon? Or
I think Almada is leading the league in successful dribbles. So
there's not
one.
That wasn't one.
That wasn't one.
Oh,
key passes was one.
Oh, key pass.
It's so subjective.
I think we probably have 1 out of all those stats.
But he's setting us up for failure.
What's the combined DNA say here?
He's setting us up for failure. So the answer has to be no. But you're like, as a 3rd place team, you would think we would have a leader in one of those categories. Now, to be fair, we're not leading the league in goals scored. We're not leading the league in fewest goals conceded. So we're not leading in any of those. So, somebody on those teams is probably the leading scorer or the best defensive. So I think the answer is probably no, but for our sake, I have to say yes.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
The answer is no. Yeah. You were right. Should have gone with your gut. I'm always good at setting you guys up.
Yeah, I figured.
So Almada is actually number 2 in assists. He's got 6, and I think
who is the leader? Do you know?
It was I had it written down somewhere, and it's not in here anymore. He's got 6. He's also 3rd in key passes, Almada.
See, I was on the right stats.
So he's in it in 2 categories, 2nd and 3rd. Okay. And Ibarra is number 4 in tackles won.
Okay, so I had the
3
right
players
categories,
in the mix.
But yeah. And I had it almost right.
You did. You were as always swayed by my.
The assist leader has 7. It's
guy from Philadelphia Union.
Daniel Gazdog.
Yeah, Gazdog. He's good.
He's a midfielder.
Yeah. He's real good.
All right. So now more of a team-based stat question. Does Atlanta United lead in any categories with goals, assists, key passes, goals inside the 18, outside the 18, and yellow cards?
For sure. Goals inside the 18.
Goals inside the 18?
Giacomakis and our headers. I mean, I would.
Yeah, but nobody hardly ever scores outside the 18, and we have a few like Amada scored from the outside the 18 twice. The free kick, the one he hit both goals in that rescue
Now
game.
I'm going to be nice to you this time.
Yeah.
So this could be a little bit of a trick question. It says, are we leading any other teams in these categories?
I mean, we're in first place. You mean?
As in outright first place?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Outright first place.
So we can't be tied.
Can't be
Correct.
tied. I
Can't
think
be
the
tied.
answer is gonna be no.
Yeah, I would say.
No.
Is that your final answer?
Damn
it.
Yeah. No, I think that's gonna stay with no. I'm not that kind of guy.
You don't sound confident, Dave.
No, I'm gonna stay
You're
with no.
correct. No is the answer. So we are tied in two categories. We're tied for number 3 in goals inside. We're tied at the top for goals outside the 18. That's the only category we're tied at the top.
These are ridiculously hard.
Tied for number 3 in goals inside,
with the exception of
the
the yes or
18.
no questions. So you have a 50%. But in terms of understanding and getting it right to the logic,
we're number 3 in goals and we're number 2 in assists.
Okay.
So that's pretty good when it comes down to the bottom line.
Yeah, like the
goals
one
and
where
assists.
Lennon played it right to the guy and he tripped and fell and went through his legs and Yakamaki scored. I mean, have you ever seen worse defending ever?
It was bad.
It was horrible. It looked like a over 40 league, men's league game.
Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire. Yes, exactly.
So this is now a little bit of MLS history.
Okay.
For us, the last 3 questions. Who has the most yellow cards in MLS history as of 2021? Because I use ChatGPT to find my answers, which I assume is probably still relevant.
Who has the most yellow cards in history?
And maybe to make it,
it's got to be Dom Dwyer.
And I'll also change the question.
He's been around a long time, and there's never been a game he ever played where he didn't get a yellow card.
Why don't I change the question and say, is it more or less than 100 yellow cards?
What about Michael Bradley? You think? I mean, he's
been around a long time.
More,
but he hasn't played his whole season. You got to have a guy who's played their whole career and be angry. For Bradley, he was in Italy for a while.
So the question is just, is it over 100?
Why don't we change it to, is it over or under 100? That way it's at least a 50-50. Because if you can find the name, that's great. But I think you're definitely onto the right philosophy there, obviously.
It's got to be someone who's played a long time in MLS.
You'll know the name too.
Yeah, it's probably whatchamacallit for Columbus, who played for 100 years with the Dreadlocks in the national team.
I think you might be onto the right
Beckerman.
person. Nailed it. I'll even just give it to you. So now, is it more or less than 100?
He played a long time.
I would say, yeah.
I'm going to go with over 100. Why not?
108.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of yellow cards. I'm even proud of that.
He played the longest in MLS
Yakamakis
history.
might,
and he was a defensive midfielder.
If Yakamakis keeps up the same pace, he could get there. If he says true. All right. And then how about the same question for red cards?
Ooh.
Red cards. It's hard.
Over or under 10? Why don't we just start there?
Probably, Wayne Rooney had one season, so
over or under 10 red cards?
Well, our leading contender is definitely Dom Dwyer. He's definitely been sent off before. Who would be a red card?
10? That's way too many.
In the early days, it was probably one of those like DC United players like Echeverry or Harks. He's probably sent off for me, jerk.
Elliot got the last one. He said Beckerman.
I nailed it.
Elliot's sharp, man.
Can I say what Elliot guessed for this one?
Okay. Well, he's probably looking it up, though. You should ask him. Just write him back in the comment. Are you looking it up?
He's not looking it up because that's not the answer.
Oh, okay, good. Then we know.
But Bedoya
he guessed
Bedoya. No, Bedoya hasn't been sent off that much. Bedoya is actually a nice guy. He's only gotten sent off because he's been really old and he makes some bad tackles now. But in the early part of career, he's never got sent off.
Over or under 10?
10's a lot. I'm trying to think who are the angry people.
How many red cards do you think I have at Silverbacks?
It's definitely over 10.
Okay, there we go. Got one last Wednesday.
Fair enough. God, who are the angry players for a long time? I don't know of a player who. I mean, usually you have guys who are known as having reputations. Like Sergio Ramos for
You're
Real
dragging
Madrid.
this on too long. You want me to give the answer?
just say no. It's,
Well, I want to take a guess at least at
Okay.
who it might be. I'm
Yeah.
going to go with Dom Dwyer.
No, it is Jameson Olav.
No.
Don't know who that is. Olav, who played center back, spent most of his MLS career with Real Salt Lake, but also
Oh,
played
that's
for the
why.
Red Bulls and the Dynamo.
Because I never watched Salt Lake.
Over or under 10?
Over.
Correct. 13.
wow.
13
That's
Reds.
a lot of red cards.
He must have been a proper Brexit center back.
Dave, this last question for MLS history is right up kind of your alley for stats, right?
Okay.
Based on win percentage, what coach in MLS history is the worst coach?
Oh, I thought you were going to say the best. That would be Bruce Arena for sure.
Probably right there.
Who is the worst coach in history? Oh, it's got to be the new San Jose coach, Almeda.
Unless that's changed, because again, this question's based up to 2021.
Almaya.
But during his tenure, this coach was a coach
terrible.
from 2012 to 2017 at New England.
Oh.
New England. Who was they? They had Brad Friedel. He did awful. Was it Brad Friedel? He wasn't out there that long.
Is a player? He used to play in the MLS.
Right. Who is it?
Jay Heaps.
Oh, Jay Heaps.
So during his tenure, he won 75 games, drew 43, and lost 81 with a 33.9% winning percentage.
Bad.
Does he coach Chivas now, or
I don't know. I didn't look that up.
Because that's what Elliot said. So
the guy who
Elliot, you're gonna have to look it up and find out. I don't have access to it. Well, I guess I do. I have this fancy phone, but
the first guy who coached Chivas, before Bradley. I don't know.
So there was an ATL on Fire Trivia. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.